I thought I'd do a video about how my gardens got started. We are in the first area that was very beginning. First off, my husband decided, I told him I wanted to garden, something to grow, plants, tomatoes, so I'd have fresh tomatoes, fresh green onions. So he hired a guy to come plow this area here, and needless to say, because we grow rocks here, the guy broke the ting on his plow. So I thought, well, I'll do raised beds. So I started off with raised beds. At one time there was 3 beds here and planted daffodils and tulips. Looks like I think I moved the tulips, I don't remember. And at one time the barbecue grill was right here in the middle. I've since planted mums there as well, and every once in a while I will, during the season, regular growing season, I have planted onions along the front of the daffodils here and everything else. So then I seen a rock tower, well, containers with rocks on it on the side of the road. So I thought, well, I can do that and build up this area right here. At one time there was a little slight indention there, and I have built these little rock towers out of old chicken wire that I had. Now all the rocks that are in the towers came from this garden. Then I decided I'd plant a purple Rose of Sharon in here as well. At one time, this area right here was 2 different beds. I had like a break right in here, and I decided I'd make one long bed. Well, I wanted to plant strawberries, so I wanted a couple strawberry beds, hence the name Strawberry Fields. This bed right here was originally over there in front of Coco's Corners. I've planted veggies in it before. Then I wanted to plant strawberries, and not very many. I don't have good luck with my strawberries. As you can see, there's only maybe 2 that have, survived the winter. And then this bed, I planted strawberries as well. I told my husband what I wanted to do. He laid down clear plastic and we threw the dirt in there besides the landscape timbers, which I need to replace eventually when the funds get here. As you can see, there is no strawberries. The strawberries have never, they produce, but there ain't none that survived the winter. I didn't get a chance to cover them up this past winter. And then I also planted irises and daffodils and tulips, mainly tulips. And I've got daylilies. The next area that I opened up was blackberry fields, because I wanted to have a place where I could pick blackberries. Instead of having climbing fence, I just come here and I pick my blackberries. So I planted rows of blackberries. Most of them were thornless, except for that last row. I've cleaned out this year the thorn. I don't want to have any more thorn in this area except for the last row. And then I've added the 2 beds on the side. The next area that I opened up was veggie land. I wanted a place where I could just plant vegetables plus other flowers along the side. got a cattle panel and put the post there. Bear with me, I'm dealing with a migraine and I have taken my migraine med and dizziness. I have messaged my neurologist and my primary. And then it was Blackberry Lane that I opened up. I'm in the process of redoing the beds to make 3 here instead of just 2, using cinder blocks. Then the next area I opened up was Angel Garden. The Angel Garden, basically I wanted to open it up and plant plants that reminded me of people, or reminded me of people that have passed on. And I just like the deal of Angel Garden. Having a themed Angel Garden with angels, heaven themed plants, plants that reminded me, like I said, named for different people. I have peonies planted here in memory of my grandma. I have roses planted here in remembrance of aunts, and irises planted here because of irises, and my grandma also had irises in her yard. And there is a white lilac. I thought it would be pretty to have a white lilac, which it's leafing out, but it's never bloomed yet. See what else I could say about, nothing I could say about this. No more anyway. And the bed frame came from an old bed, a baby bed that all 3 of my children used and didn't use it no more. It was broke. So I decided I'd use it to frame up the lower end of the Angel Garden. Then right here, I bought this heirloom rose, and I thought, well, plant some heirloom daylilies along there in that bed. I always wanted an apple tree, so planted an apple tree. The last few years it's had apples, but not very big. This bed, I wanted to have roses in the middle, in between irises and daylilies. And then last year, I opened up Flower Garden, which I want to plant biggest part of my flowers. Maybe put other plants in there, veggies, because I like mixing my veggies with my flowers. Well, that's how my garden got started. Coco's Corners was opened up last year too, besides a flower garden. I think that is, and then I added grapevines because I wanted some grapes. That's it. Please subscribe and like my video. Bye.